first thing you do when you greet a new person? That's right, you give them a handshake. Today I'm going to talk about when you use a handshake, secondly, the proper way to give a handshake, thirdly, what others think when you don't give a proper handshake, and lastly, handshake etiquette within different cultures around the world. Firstly, I want to talk about the times when you use a handshake. When we meet people, we tend to greet them with a smile and a handshake. A handshake is a staple of the greeting ritual in America. It is the way we show respect, especially when meeting someone for the first time. We tend to shake someone's hand who we first met. We shake when meeting someone that we haven't seen for a while, along with greeting your hostess or friends at a party. We also shake hands when we say goodbye to people, whether that be our friends or business relations. This is why you need to make sure that you know the correct way to give a handshake. What is the proper way to shake someone's hand? According to etiquetteinternational.com, the proper way to shake someone's hand is to be firm but not bone crushing. You don't want to grip someone's hand too tight. The handshake should last about 3 seconds. Pump your arm once or twice from the elbow. Release after the handshake, even if the introduction continues. Remember that you will be judged by how you give a handshake in the business world. Make sure you are doing it correctly so you don't embarrass yourself. The third thing I want to talk about is what others think when you don't give a proper handshake. A recent OnePoll.com survey of 1,000 Americans found that 72% believe that the way a person shakes hands says a lot about them, while 66% of response in a survey said they were disgusted by a moist or sweaty hand. 46% say they find a loose or limp handshake displeasing. It's important to have a good handshake in the business world. People are not going to want to do business with you if your handshake isn't professional. The last thing I want to talk about is handshake etiquette within different cultures around the world. According to mentalfloss.com, in China, you greet the oldest person first. Grip lightly and bow slightly. Avoid direct eye contact and hold on to the person's hand a moment or two after the handshake is finished. In Mexico, expect a long-lasting handshake. Men may hug each other, and women may kiss each other on the cheek as well. In conclusion, I have talked about when to give a handshake, the proper way to give a handshake, what others think when you don't give them a proper handshake, and lastly, handshake etiquette within other countries around the world. Now it is time for you to go out and practice your handshake.